Thank you for hanging out in the arcade. We are 5 Live. I am Bobby T, and today we are talking about the Emerald City Comic Con 2018 pops that you got to get out there and get. There are a ton of exclusives, and Bobby T and Krizza will be out there hunting. Will you? First up is on Amazon. Of all places, we are going to get an awesome Moana pop that I am actually pretty excited for. So is Baby T. It's Maui with the shark head. I love the style on this. I love the eye movement on Maui. He looks great. He just looks so regretful that he just didn't do it right. Just can't wait for this piece. So we'll be ordering this on Amazon Prime right away. Next up is Barnes & Noble. One we will be stopping at probably a little bit later on. They usually keep their exclusives a little bit longer. I think it's partly because they keep them behind the shelf and people get weird about that, so we'll see. We may be stopping there. Martin does want one of the exclusive, which is the Care Bears Flocked Good Luck Bear Pop. I do love this. He's got the shamrock on the stomach. It does look pretty great. May have to pick up two of those, one for myself and one for the one for Martin. Then also there's going to be from the comic book saga, the Morning Prince Robot the Fourth, and that's going to be a pop. This is a really great comic. If you can get out there and check that out, the character and this pop really do match each other quite nicely, so definitely get out there and check this one out. It's worth hitting Barnes & Nobles for. Box Lunch is coming in with a Toy Story Army Man pop. This thing looks awesome and is going to be a great addition to the pop wall here in the arcade. Cannot wait to grab this one and get it in here. Entertainment Earth is offering two things this year, and both are from the vinyl line from Funko. One of them being one of my favorite licenses and movies is Life Aquatic with the Bill Murray character and the Owen Wilson character, both Steve and Ned. This is such a great representation of the style of movie. I think this vinyl line is really, I'm liking the style a little bit more than Pop sometimes. I think their choice of pairings are a little weird sometimes, but not in this situation. This is perfect. The other in the line is going to be the Masters of the Universe Sorceress and Beastman 2-pack. These vinyls do come in 2-packs. FYE is offering DC Bombshells Poison Ivy rock candies this year. I do like the line, but I think I'm going to wait a little bit on these. It looks great, and I think the style lends itself, but I'm not very interested in these. I was kind of marginally myself interested in rock candies, and the new ones, just some of them are doing it for me and some of them aren't, and actually this is one that just kind of isn't. The other offering, however, is from the Game of Thrones line. It is a 6-inch giant white pop. This is the zombified White Walker giant. It's, oh man, I saw this online and I immediately called Chris and said, we have to be there. We are meeting up in the morning. So hopefully we get one of these in hand, because I love this thing. 3 offerings are coming this year from Gamestop for the exclusives. First off being from Cuphead, the Cagney Carnation pop. I love the way this looks. I think that the license itself and the pop style really do lend itself to each other. As you guys know, back at Comic-Con, we were lucky enough to get our hands on the Cuphead pops. There was a 2-pack of black and whites. Krizza was able to get into that line and was very, very happy to get in. So we have that. We also have coming out, is it from the new Star Wars line, is the Padme exclusive. I like this pop. I don't believe I'll be getting it, but I do enjoy it. I don't collect these quite as much. It will be a bobblehead, so you have to keep that in mind. But it does look pretty good, so we'll see how this one goes. Next up is Stranger Things. There's going to be an 8-bit Barb pop. I know there's the Barb phenomenon, but it just doesn't do it for me. I'm going to be skipping this one. Really, GameStop is a kind of a miss for me. I really think that Cagney Carnation would be a lot better if it were black and white. Now, Hot Topic, however, this is where it is at. We have from the plush line, from the Her Universe plush line, is the Ahsoka Tano Galactic plushies. Good looking piece. Not what I am interested in, however. There's going to be the Alien Head Rick and the Alien Head Morty variation Funko Pops. I love these things. The green skin, the little antennae, I think these are awesome. Also, a 2-pack that I didn't know I wanted it until I saw it, and that is a 2-pack of pops of John Raphael and Tom Haverford from Parks and Recreation. I love these two characters together. This one is definitely hitting the arcade. And then also an Amy Pond Pop from the Doctor Who line. This is going to be a fairly rare appearance in the line. So here's your chance to get your hands on Amy Pond Pop. I think this is just a great offering from Hot Topic this year. Target has one of the best looking pops of this year though, however, with the Yondu Pop. He is holding he's floating on his base through a clear stand, and he's coming down in the I'm Mary Poppins y'all version of Yondu. So he's holding onto the arrow, and the arrow actually has some piece of clear sculpting on it. It looks so awesome. This is one of the best of the year. There's a couple good ones coming up from the Funko Shop, but this might be my favorite of the year so far. If there's a Toys R Us open in your area, get to it as soon as possible. This is Mommy T's favorite of the year so far, and that is the Lawyer SheHulk. I love the sculpt. I love the pose. Everything about this one is a check mark for me. So much like that Yondu, I'm going to be searching out this one. Funko Shop has a lot of offerings this time around. Number one being Freddy Funko. We are not collectors of this line, but I do enjoy this line every time I see the pieces, and this time it is in an alternate baseball uniform. Always a fun piece. I say get your hands on them. They do increase in value quite quickly, especially these con exclusives. One piece, much like going back to that Yondu, the SheHulk, and a few others here that I think are just absolute buys for me this year, is the Flocked Sasquatch. This piece is so cool. I love the pose. I love everything about this piece. There's another few coming up here that I also really enjoy. So let's jump onto those. But definitely get this Sasquatch. It is the Bigfoot pose from the old first picture where he's kind of the dippy style, almost like Chewbacca. Clearly what Chewbacca was modeled after, and this piece is great. There's also coming up from the Mad Max Fury Road, Rictus Erectus, played by WWE wrestler Nathan Jones. He's got a huge gun. He's a massive figure. This thing is great. They did some sculpting on the face and built onto the pop head nicely because he has a furrowed brow. It's just a really good looking figure. One I definitely want to see in person. There's going to be a Dorbs 2-pack of Ace and Crypto from the DC Comics. These are going to be Dorbs. These are good. Not something we'll be getting, but definitely worth it. I'd like to see them, but I don't really care to say that we'll be getting them. However, there is the Emerald Chrome Batman. So it's a green chrome Batman pop. This thing looks so cool. I just lately I've really been liking chrome, and this is really kind of pushing that button. I love the motion on the cape, and that they kept the bat logo not green, that it stayed the yellow and black. I really like that. Another one that's another great one. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World will have a Gideon and Ramona 2-pack. I really like the Scott Pilgrim line. The movie was so cool. If you haven't seen it, get out there and see it. The style of it it's really like watching a comic book, and the manga is also pretty awesome. And once you read those things, see those things, you'll want these pops as bad as I do. And the final piece is these from Spastic Plastic, the Blue Pulpo. I really didn't know about this piece and just saw it, and I really, really like it. Mommy T loves octopus, so I think I'll be picking this one up. I love the eye patch and the pipe. He's great. A little fun piece, so we'll be hopefully seeing that here down in the arcade. Alright, thank you everybody for hanging out and listening this far into this video and hearing me babble on about what I'd like to see from the Emerald City Comic Con exclusives. We're going to be out there hunting 9:30 in the morning, maybe popping in and out and doing some live pieces to talk about which pops you've picked up. So do be sure to like, share, and subscribe with notifications, and you'll get notifications when we do come on. So please, guys, remember, you bought this because you love this, and that's all that matters.